Welcome back, everyone. I'm Chris, and this is Pia's Projects. Today we're working on the rear of the Joker. The plan is to take the drum brakes off, put disc brakes on. You can see I should have everything we need. In addition, I have drop plates, okay? I know what people are gonna say, aren't you on coilovers? I am on coilovers. The rears are as low as they go right now, and it's still not low enough. I know. Just do air ride. It'll go all the way down, you're right. Air ride's not in the cards today, hopefully soon. But for now, I want to be a little lower. I have room on the coilovers to go a little lower up front. So the plan is to try and get the rear a little lower up front, and get it to where it's sitting right for EuroTripper. All right, what I want to do is measure, see where it's at. Hopefully, we'll see how much lower this goes down. But right now, it's at 24 inches. I think it'll come down a little bit more. If I had planned ahead a little bit better, I would have dropped down a tire size. Right now I'm running 205 4017s. I want to go to 195 4017s. So hopefully for Volksfest, which is in Raleigh, North Carolina, the end of February, I'll put the dates on the screen, and then Eurofest, which is the next day, which is all Euro cars. Hopefully I have different tires by then. All right, from what you can see, the spring is all the way on the bottom. That means I'm as low as it will go. So I'm going to crank it up probably about an inch, because I believe those drop plates are 3-inch drop plates. With the current setup, I do need to try and roll the fenders a little bit. Back in September, Christian, MK3 Smith, and Nick from Open Air Imports helped me do a quick little roll of the fenders because it was chewing up my rear tires. Shout out to them for saving my tires. Roll these a little more, okay? Have a heat gun, probably tap it with a hammer a little bit. I do have a fender roller, but Christian said don't use that on a Mark III, because then I'll be replacing the rear quarter. I don't want to do that, especially on a variant that I can't just go to the junkyard and pull. All right, I've adjusted the coilovers. There is a set screw right here. Yeah, that's a little different than other coilovers I've had. I forgot about that because I did lower it as soon as I got the wagon, but yeah. So now we have to loosen this so it can connect to the caliper. But first we're just gonna take the drum brakes off. Also, make sure you take the parking brake off. Let's go do that. All right, back here, it appears to be the ABS sensor. I'm gonna have to double check. This is the brake line that I'll connect to the caliper. And then here is the parking brake back here. I'm gonna take this off, take this line off. I know more loose fluid, I have to bleed the system anyways. And then we should be able to pull this through. I'll clean up this connection, this here. Mount the drop plate, mount the spindle. All right, one thing you always want to check whenever you're working on, I mean, anything for your car, but in particular, like axles, steering, definitely like hard part. Check the torque specs, okay? So here we are adding a stub axle. If you come out here, number 4 is the bolt, and you can see number 4, 44 foot-pounds, okay? $44 foot-pounds. All right. Then we will come over to the brackets. So I'm using the same torque specs to mount the drop plates, and then for the stub axle as well. So as you can see right here, this 1, 2. There you go. And then we'll mount the stub axle, same thing. All right, to figure out which way this goes, this hole up here is where the ABS sensor would go. We're not using that, but it's how you know where the top is. So on the, also, it basically points forward, okay? I know this is rounded, but this is sort of like, you know, the jet stream going back. So it's been a couple days since I was working on the brakes. Meanwhile, I need to do brakes on my truck. Probably just gonna knock that out real quick so it's done. And then focus back on the Joker, because today is Saturday. I'm leaving late Wednesday, early Thursday. So that gives me a few days. Nothing like last minute, right? So now what we're gonna work on is setting up the disc brakes, or the discs themselves. We are going to pack the, or press in the bearings. So it's a race and bearing, okay? So how this will work. So I'm using both to show you. So for the larger bearing, you will take them apart. You will put the race in. I'm going to use a shot press down here, and it'll push it down. And then on the front side, you will basically do the same thing. You will take the front, set it in, push it down, okay? Once those are pressed in, then we will pack the bearings, and I'll show you how to do all that. All right, when you're pressing in the brake, or when you're pressing in the race, you want to make sure it's all level, even around. I will loosen it. Not too much, because you still want to be able to, well, because you have another side to do. But also, so you can look, probably needs to go down just, oh man, just a hair more. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see in there, but we'll set it in, push it just a hair more. All right, now we are going to work on packing grease, okay? It's load a bunch in your hand and you just work it back and forth. through all the whole bearing, okay? It's messy. Once you have the bearings packed, what you need to do is put in the seal for the back and take it. I use a dead blow. There's several ways you could do it. You could use the press tool. There's a lot of ways, but just make sure it's all even, feels all even. There's a little bump right there. Yep. Now these are basically ready to go in. I wait to put in the front races until I'm ready to install, or the front bearings until I'm ready to install it onto the stub axles. I'm gonna finish up the passenger side, get that ready, and then we'll slap these on, throw our brakes on, and hopefully get on the ground here in a minute. Things you're gonna save from when it was drums is the flat washer and the nut, okay? Clean them up. You want that old grease and grime off of it. You're gonna add new grease anyways. There's something rubbing, not sure what yet. I'm about tapped out for tonight, but I'm gonna probably, so tomorrow I'll get under, check it out, finish the other side, hopefully put it on the ground. But yeah, we'll get it done. All right, rear brake is on, pads are on. It seems to be hanging a little bit, so I probably need to back off the nut one time. So this fought me every step of the way. Yeah, so I couldn't find a complete kit to convert everything. I just ordered all the parts I needed. Well, I ordered most of the parts that I needed. I probably spent a couple hours today trying to find bolts so I can mount the caliber brackets on. I needed M10 1.25. It says by 21 is technically what you're supposed to need. I ended up buying, I think, 30, and then I trimmed the bolts. I think the only thing I've left to do is loosen that nut again, back forth, you know. But also the brake, the e-brake cable, whew, that took a lot to get in there. And here, if you see, so right now I have it ran above the axle. So we'll see how long I keep that. I'm gonna look at Synchro Variants and see what brake cable they use. I'm sure theirs are longer, and I'll probably just order and replace them. But at least it's up for now. I have the other side to do. And it's Sunday. I leave for EuroTripper early Thursday morning. So I have, realistically, tomorrow night it needs to be on the ground. Tomorrow night on the ground, bled. And Tuesday, driving it, watched it at least once. And then Wednesday, come home, pack, sleep a little bit, get up and go. Because I'm working. Well, I'll have Wednesday afternoon to finish. But I don't know. I don't want to rely on that. Tomorrow, on the ground. That's the plan. All right, so I have put on the wheel. I'm gonna have to probably raise the coilovers just a little bit because we're already sitting pretty low. Because this, like, finger. All right, well, finally, brakes done. I had a heck of a time bleeding them. I ended up buying a manual pump. I was gonna buy the pneumatic one, but people said you need a bigger compressor. I think mine's only a 25, 30 gallon compressor. So yeah, but yeah, I think it's, I do need to drive it around. I did a quick little thing, but I'm probably gonna do maybe a couple loops, make sure everything's all right. Then I need to pack, get some sleep, and tomorrow morning for me, I'll be heading to Florida. After doing some testing, driving, further adjusting, I think it's best that I tow the Joker to Florida so I don't stay up all night and then become a hazard on the road. I'm gonna go sleep for 5-6 hours, which is about what I average, and load the Joker on the trailer, then head on to Fort Myers. So if you like what I'm working on, you know, hit the thumbs up, subscribe, leave some comments, follow me on Instagram, and get out there, work on your projects. Don't forget, there's always a solution.